So some of you might be aware of my illustrious career in the music industry under my own name as well as the moniker New Blast Kid. And throughout my little musical ventures, I've always put my music on Spotify for the most part. I feel like it's a decent place to have your stuff. And throughout the time that I've made music and put it on Spotify's been a little silly. Let me show you the first thing that ever happened with me and Spotify. So I made music while I was in high school, a long time ago, like 2012 to 2014 or so. So I made an album in 2014 called Banana Hut under my own name, Christian Blevins. And I was like, well dang, let me slap this baby on Spotify. So I submitted the album to Spotify and a few other places, and it went up, you know, no problem whatsoever. And apparently, there was already an artist on Spotify, a very small artist like myself, who also went by their name, which also happened to be Christian Blevins. I noticed that apparently Spotify just combined the accounts of the two Christian Blevins together and put the album that they released and that I released on the same profile as though they were one unified Christian Blevins, which is extra funny because the other Christian Blevins is a small gospel singing youth that looks, if you can't tell, nothing like me. So if you look up my original music under my name on Spotify, this is what greets you. And this is the correct profile where you can find my album, Banana Hut. So I don't know why Spotify didn't make two separate Christian Blevinses. It just kind of smashed them together into one super Christian Blevins. But that was way back then, 2014. An album I'm not very proud of today. Seriously though, don't listen to this album. It's stinky. You can listen to his album, I'm sure his is fine. That was the first of a couple fun little adventures in the world of Spotify that my music has had. Jump forward to present day, current times, the modern era, and I'm now making music under a different name, going simply by New Blast Kid. And some of you may have heard my songs, one of them being Take My Time, a song that I'm fairly proud of. I think it was a fun little ditty. And as you can see, it's actually the most popular song of my New Blast Kid repertoire. But as it turns out, it is the most popular for a reason. So people can make playlists on Spotify, if you didn't know. They can slap whatever songs they want together into a public playlist that other people can listen to. And as it turns out, Take My Time is, I believe, the first song of my own that has made it onto any playlists, which I'm pretty proud of. But the playlists that it's made it onto are they're a little silly, but I still respect and love them. So you've got your fairly normal playlist. You've got hopeful vibes here, top songs of 2022, then just the general radio playlist of Spotify. But then you hit some of the silly stuff, like my personal favorite, songs with arrow/ace energy, as in songs that radiate asexual energy. Sexual romance? No thank you. And the ace energy playlist is the one that has by far given my songs the most plays. 74 plays from that bad boy, which isn't a huge number generally, but for me, that's fairly large. That's a shocking number of people to be listening to the song in the context of an asexual energy playlist. Of course, there's nothing wrong with arrow or ace energy. I'm a big fan. I enjoy it. I respect it. I love it. I just think it's funny that the place where my song has gotten the most plays and the most attention is on a song playlist of songs that have asexual energy. Like, I love the choices of songs on this playlist. I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles, and that's all I want to do with you. You've Got a Friend in Me, and then the best part of the entire playlist ever, of any playlist ever, is that the song You're My Best Friend by Queen is directly after my song. So that makes me feel pretty dang special. I'm up here rubbing elbows with Queen? That's pretty schnursty. So I just thought that was pretty dang great. I love this playlist. It's actually got some bangers on it. It's like actually a pretty dang slapping playlist. Then the song's also on like soft playlists, hopeful playlists. So it's good to know that my song has both a soft, a hopeful, and an asexual vibe to it. It's just good to know the market that I could target with future releases. But I just wanted to talk about the funny Spotify stuff that's happened with my music over the past couple years. I think it's pretty funny. I hope you did too. And I hope you have a great day. I love you. I mean it. and I'll see you around, buckaroo.